believe we are there. Let me check. Check your page. I don't see us yet on Facebook.
Says live here, 11 seconds, 12 seconds, 13 seconds.
Awesome. Perfect. Good morning. Everybody. Happy Monday morning to you. 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Well, Marcus, it's good seeing you. How
Yes,
are
good to see
you?
you. Doing fine, doing amazing and fantastic. Thanks for asking.
Awesome. That's great. How was your weekend, man?
Weekend was great. Had some great deposits of some powerful indoctrinations and from multiple places, and getting all kinds of other things productively done, expeditedly. And I'm excited that the weekend was great. I'm ready to start this week. How about you?
I am fantastic weekend, amazing church services, and just powerful progress being made on multiple levels. So actually phenomenal. I am wanting to share our live real quick to everyone. And if you're tuned in right now, let us know where you are tuning in from, what city, what state. We would love to know where our viewers are from.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let us know. There's also the phone numbers on the top of the screen if anybody wants to call in and either talk or get some free coaching in a live session, at least a 15-minute segment. That's available as well.
Awesome, perfect. Well, I don't see where I can share yet. So we're going to get started. These live broadcasts are so exciting for me, and I know it's the same for you. You and I both have such a passion to help others, to impact the lives of others, to make a measurable difference in the quality of life permanently individuals. And so our opportunity when we come on for these 10, 15, 20 minutes, these 10, 15, 20 minutes is extremely exciting for us. Today, we're going to touch on the power of the imagination. Now, last week we were discussing mindset and having a certain mindset. And today, I'm reminded of a lyric of a song. I won't mention the artist because he's been cancel culture has canceled him. But the lyric of his song is so true that if you can see it, you can be it. And if you do it, there's nothing to it. So if you can see it, if you can imagine it, it will come into fruition. So there's such tremendous power in imagination. Some folks can have only imagined themselves living paycheck to paycheck. That's their plight in life. They've not imagined anything beyond that. Some folks have limited themselves to only being able to imagine their life in a certain way. But when I tell you, if there is just an inkling of desire for something greater, for something more, it begins with the imagination. If we can visualize it, if we can, they used to call it, and they may still do this, daydreaming. We encourage folks to daydream, dream, cultivate those imaginations. So I want to hear a little bit from you what your perspective is on that, and how we can aid folks in beginning to open up their minds and their imaginations.
Well, I would say too, thanks for that. That I would say that is the origin of everything. If you think about it for a minute, everything you see, you hear, you smell and taste, and everything around you, under you, above you, everything you can imagine and think of in your head started with an imagination in somebody's mind. It started everything you see right now. You could look around at 360 degrees. Everything, 100%, started with someone's mind. Started with a dream. It started with someone just thinking and imagining something. So you can do the same thing. We all can do the same thing and begin to imagine and go as deep and far and wide as you possibly can. Whatever it is that you can imagine. I've heard it said that if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. That's an absolute fact. It's possible. I mean, I would suggest and encourage people to think of the most wildest, most unimaginable thing you can think of and begin to believe that it's possible for you. So, to answer the question, that's where everything starts. Any dream, wild fantasy one could possibly imagine, you can have it manifested through certain techniques like the ones we're talking about today.
So that is interesting that you would say that, because what I'm thinking about that person who their circumstances are
Mm.
so dire and
Oh
so
my!
glaring
Ah,
that they just they found themselves in a way, in a state where it's challenging for them to imagine anything else.
right.
What are some, what is like one key thing that would help that imagination, or help to unlock their imagination and give them the power to begin to dream again?
Well, I've got two answers. The first one, I
Okay.
want to make sure I just get that out of my mind right away.
Okay.
October 21st is the answer. October 21st in Los Angeles, California, we're having a program for a full day, and that will get the job done. That will do it, believe me. So, a
Right.
lot of years of experience and some powerful concepts, techniques, strategies, methodologies will be shared and downloaded in person, not on Zoom, not on Facebook, in person, October 21st. So that's the first thing I would say. The first, I mean, that's the first. The second thing I would say as a nugget to be able to overcome, I would say that get a dream. You can do this today. Get a dream in your mind that's so big, it's so mammoth, it's so colossal that there are no obstacles that can stop you. So a lot of times, the reason, coach, that we get stopped, stymied, and derailed is because the dream is not big enough. It's not
Oh,
big enough. Get
yeah.
it to the point where it's so big, it's so penetratingly powerful, it's so deep into your subconscious and conscious mind that whatever the obstacles are, you won't even notice them if the dream is big enough. That's step number one. We've got some more. You can call us, but you can come and see for yourself and get it all on October 21st. Thank you.
Right. Excellent. So, you mentioned our seminar that we initially had scheduled for September 9th. The date is now October 21st for a myriad of reasons. And one, we have folks that are out of town that actually have inquired about hotels and
I
the
must interject, Coach. The response for September the 9th was so unbelievable. We had to reschedule it for October the 21st. It's just, it was just, we didn't expect the results or the response to be what it was. So
that's right.
that's why we had to reschedule. I'm sorry I had to interject that.
That's right. That's right. So
That's a
we're
good
we're
thing. That's good.
creating an incredible opportunity so that folks can get their travel arrangements, and this is an example. This is an example of imagining. You and I have had, just for months, talking about the seminars and talking about the speaking engagements and envisioning and imagining, and now these things for our business are coming to fruition. They're coming to fruition.
We need a bigger room too. We absolutely have to have a bigger room.
Have a larger room. Oh, this is incredible. So what we're discussing today, this isn't theoretical. It's not something that we heard someone else say, and we're just presenting it in theory. This is something that Dale and Dale, Marcus and Coach CJ live on a daily basis. We imagine, and there's a nugget that I would share today. And the nugget that I will share that goes along with imagining is the corresponding action. Because as we're thinking, as we're imagining, and it doesn't matter how small that action may seem to you, the individual, or to an onlooker who may be privy to what you're wanting to accomplish, and they say, oh well, that doesn't matter, that little thing. Listen, I am encouraging you, as you're watching this video, as you're tuned in live, do something. Imagine big, like Marcus said, big, unimaginable, what your wildest dream. Imagine it. If it's the larger, the larger, the larger, the larger, the better. And then Coach CJ is saying, find at least one corresponding action
I
that
got an, I got another example too, Coach.
yes, that backs
I
up
got
that you're imagining. Go ahead, Marcus.
I have another example. 43 years ago, April 1980, WTHR from Channel 13 News flew to Bloomington, Indiana, to do a story on a legendary basketball player named Isaiah Thomas. We were in the same school, same class, same history class. We went to Dairy Queen every day, and then all of a sudden he was gone to Detroit Pistons. But when that helicopter came and landed at Indiana University, I snapped, crackle, popped. I mean, I had a vision right there so strong. I've never had anything stronger, Coach, to happen to me that powerful as in 19 April 1980. So 43 years ago. And ever since then, I wanted to be a helicopter pilot. Ridiculed, family, friends. I've had my own greatest, most loving grandmother in the world said, I heard her say, without her knowing I heard her, he's going to need a lot of counseling. He's going to need a lot of help. He's going to need therapy if he thinks he's going to be a helicopter pilot. Oh my gosh. And I've had a lot of ridicule. You can't imagine. All I know is that dream got planted in there and I've never let go. Fast forward. So because of our time allotment today, I've taken that helicopter. First of all, I became a pilot, taking a helicopter to Walmart on a regular basis. I've taken a helicopter to church, the barbershop, the Dairy Queen. I've taken my kids to school in it. I picked them up from school in it. And then I started Chopper Chats LLC. Chopper Chats, I go into inner city schools and talk to kids about math and reading and science. And then I also add in dining etiquette, how to have good manners in a restaurant. Because now they'll never forget what I'm saying because the helicopter's behind my head. So that was a dream, a fantasy, really. An imagination culminated, seed got planted, and look at today. I'm still using a helicopter right now, flying just in all kinds of situations, weddings, birthdays. So that's an example that's happened for real. And everybody that knows me knows this, but that's just showing you if I can do it growing up in the inner city here in Indianapolis, what in the world could you do? Good day.
That's so powerful. And the thing that really comes to the forefront, just in you saying that, as people walk through this process and dream big, imagine big, and put that corresponding action, the corresponding action for you was to find out everything there was to find out that day about that helicopter, what it took to become a helicopter pilot, and then for you to begin to take those courses. And now you are that dream has come to fruition. So putting that corresponding action to it. But you said something else just now that's so powerful: the lives that you impact as a result of your dream.
Oh
It
my.
started off just being your dream, your
Right.
aspiration, your goal. It was all about you and what you wanted. But as a result of you putting the corresponding actions with that dream that your grandmother couldn't
No.
fathom her grandson being a helicopter pilot, all of that came to fruition. And in turn, now you're using the manifestation and the coming into fruition of your dream to impact the lives of dozens, hundreds, thousands, and even hundreds of thousands of other people. Now that's the power of imagination.
Yes.
Woo! I get so ooh, I get so excited when you see the progression. And Marcus, this is the reason that we are here. This is the reason we have the number up top. Within this short 15 minutes, I believe that we have helped someone realize that they can dream big,
It's possible.
realize that they can take what, at least at the very least, one step toward that. And then we have helped them recognize that their dream isn't just about them after all. There are thousands of others, millions potentially, of other individuals waiting for you to fulfill your dream, because your dream will be a blessing to them in their lives as well.
I want to add, Coach, one last thing before we close, because of
Okay.
what you just now said. Listen,
Yeah.
I want people to understand emphatically, if you don't do your dream, it won't get done. There's people counting on you, ladies and gentlemen, listening to us right now under the sound of my voice. There's people counting on you to live your dream so that they can have a shot at living theirs. There's going to be people I can never reach, but you can. There's people that I can't reach, but Coach can. There are people that she may not can reach, but I will get them and reach them. However, you listening, you've got a dream inside. I already know. You've got gifts. Maybe just don't know how to have them flourish and culminate to manifestation. There's strategies and techniques to do that. But the most important thing I can leave you with is this. There's literal people, especially young people and older people, that they won't make it because unless you do what you do, unless you live your dreams. They will not unless you do what you know you're able to do. Get that dream, get that imagination, follow Coach's suggestion, get yourself locked in for October 21st in Los Angeles, California. But just keep in mind, there's people that will not make it unless you live your dream and manifest your imagination. That's all.
Well, that's folks. That's it for us. That was powerful, Marcus. Thank you so much. That's it for us. We look forward to hearing from you, whether you contact us at the contact information above, but we definitely look forward to seeing you on October 21st. This is Coach CJ and Marcus D, and we're out. Have a
Goodbye.
blessed one.
Thank you.